I have been talking to a lot of people about using AI specifically for creative brainstorming and creative ideas. And so I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about the process that I'm using to do that. So we first start with Google Bar. I find that because Google Bar is obviously connected to Google, that the quality of Brainstorm is quite a bit better. There are these general rules of thumb that we use in terms of um, just putting specific instructions, right? Like if you want exactly 25 ideas, I say exactly 25 ideas. I don't just say like a ballpark, give me creative ideas. You have to use quite direct language and exact language when you're speaking to it. But I look for those marketing angles. Those are the outputs that I ask it for. And I always define the outputs that I'm expecting in the format of those. And then I take that and I plug it in as an input into ChatGPT. And so I say, hey, ChatGPT, operate as a marketing copywriter. These are the outputs that I'm expecting from you. And those outputs can differ based off what you're doing, right? I'm writing ad headlines, I'm writing YouTube scripts, whatever it is. This is the way that I expect you to structure those outputs. This is the specs of the outputs that I expect. And then use these marketing angles. And then I find that ChatGPT is quite better at following those instructions, giving you ideas. I ask for a lot. I ask for like 100 so I can weed through and find the 3 or 4 or 5 that I like. I find if you ask for 5, it doesn't work. And I also find if you ask for 100, maybe it gives you 50. And so I err on the high side for sure. And then there's a lot in there that are good. And some of these headlines, we test them. Honestly, we test Google Bar versus ChatGPT versus humans. And a lot of the best headlines we've used recently have been ChatGPT ideas. And so I think it's a great tool for exponentially increasing your creative output. There's a lot of good ideas, especially if you have a small team, you can get more inputs and more ideas versus like when it's just 1 or 2 people who are brainstorming things. So that's current flow. It changes every week, to be honest. Things move so quickly and change so quickly, but that's the current setup that we're using. I find that it produces the best outputs. If you have questions, leave me a comment or put some time on my calendar and let's talk.